Well, hey parents, this is Jeff, and I am here with a family activity that is designed to help your child continue the journey to find and follow Christ throughout the week. And this activity is called Backtrack. Now, first of all, let's remember what we were helping kids to learn, our main point for our Kids Church experience, and all of them rhyme in this Upside Down series, and this week's is this: forgiveness God does not lack, to him you can always go back. And we really were helping kids to see that when they make a mistake, whether it's a mistake that is against a person, like they didn't obey you at home, for instance, or a mistake that violates God, which of course not obeying you would be that too, that they shouldn't just flee from that problem and assume that the relationship is messed up. That their relationship with God is never messed up beyond forgiveness, and the relationship with most people is never messed up beyond forgiveness. They need to go back and seek forgiveness in those areas. So we've got an activity called Backtrack. You just need one simple thing, an object around your house. You don't have to go buy anything or anything like that. You just need a toy, a game, something that has parts to it. So here in the building, I've got Yahtzee, one of my favorites, with my kids, and it doesn't have to have a whole lot of parts to it, but it has to be something that it's not going to work if anything is missing. And here's what you're going to do: you're going to get your game or your toy or puzzle, something like that, and you're simply going to start a walk around your house. And every now and then, just drop a piece of the game. So you might drop a dice, you might drop the scorecard, you might drop the little cup that you shake the dice in. And when you drop something, I want you to ask, hey, what's a time where we've disobeyed God? You might have to volunteer something that you've done to disobey God to kind of start the conversation going, but give everyone the chance to say something that they've done that has been disobedient to God. And drop 3, 4, 5 things around the house. And when you get to kind of the end of your walk, take a look at your game and say, can you play this without the things that you've dropped? Or if you had a puzzle, could you complete this puzzle without the things that you dropped? Whatever it is that has parts, is this whole the way that it's dropped? And of course, if you're dropping 2 or 3 dice out of a Yahtzee game, you're really not going to be able to play that game well. So that's one of the things you're going to want your kids to see is, no, this is not going to work with the things that we've dropped. Now, from there, you want to actually follow the trail and backtrack to pick up the dropped pieces that you've dropped along the way. And you want to work as a family to put that toy or that game or that puzzle back together. And while you do that, you're going to talk about the Bible story. I did this last night with my kids. I just asked them, would you tell me the Bible story? And I just helped them fill in the parts that they missed. This week's Bible story was the story of the lost son in Luke chapter 15. So remind them, this Bible story is the son returns to the father forgives, and he gives him clothes again and food again, and everything that he's missing, he gives. And remind your child that that's not just a story about some random dad. That as a family, when we come back to God, God forgives us. But our lives, they might not be the same. With God's love and forgiveness, we can start to put our lives back together, just like you're putting this toy or this game or this puzzle back together around your house. Remind them, when we turn back to God, it doesn't matter how far we've gone, it doesn't matter what we've done or how many sins we've dropped along the way. God will forgive them all when we come back to him, and he will help us backtrack and put our lives back together. It's a great, quick activity to help your kids continue their journey to find Jesus and follow him. And by the way, if you choose a game like Yahtzee here, it's a great thing to do to then just play that game with your kids. We're all inside, we're all looking for some things to do, and hey, Yahtzee is a great fun thing to do. So I hope you have a fun time backtracking with your kids and helping them continue their journey to find and follow Jesus. By the way, this is a really important one. I know a lot of kids who really struggle with this idea that God will forgive them, or even that their parents, you will forgive them, that their friends will forgive them. They think that when they mess up, it's like catastrophic and the end of the world. In fact, even some of my kids really struggle with it. That's something as a dad that I've had to work on with a couple of my kids to remind them that when they mess up, they can be forgiven. They just have to go back and engage with that relationship. So have a great time with this one this week. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.